23,000 illegal crossings, smuggled drugs slipping past border checks, and even whispers of terror links. Donald Trump's latest accusations against Canada are causing shockwaves. Is our neighbor to the north a security risk, or is this just political posturing? The truth might surprise you. Stick around to uncover the facts and decide for yourself. Welcome to Stars Under Fire, the channel where we go beyond the headlines to uncover the facts behind the scandals. Today, we're tackling the growing controversy around the US-Canada border. Donald Trump has declared it a national security crisis and is threatening tariffs on Canadian goods unless drastic action is taken. But what's really happening? Are the numbers as alarming as they seem? And what do they tell us about Canada's role in US security? By the end of this video, you'll have all the facts you need to decide. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Trump's concerns are valid, or is this another political maneuver? Let's start with the data. The number of illegal crossings at the Canadian border has surged from 900 in 2021 to over 23,000 in 2024, a 25-fold increase. This may seem shocking, but consider this. At the southern border with Mexico, over 1.5 million arrests were made in the same year. Clearly, the scale of the issue is vastly different. However, US officials argue that the Canadian border poses unique challenges. Why? Because fewer resources are allocated there. For comparison, the number of agents patrolling the Canadian border is significantly smaller than those deployed at the southern border. Is this an oversight or a calculated risk? Let's move on to the second issue: drugs. In 2024, 43 pounds of fentanyl, 72 pounds of heroin, and 185 pounds of meth were seized at the Canadian border. These numbers pale in comparison to the thousands of pounds intercepted at the Mexican border. But here's the catch. Experts believe only a fraction of illegal drugs are actually detected. Shockingly, Canada inspects just 1% of shipping containers arriving at its ports. Critics argue that this lack of oversight makes Canada an attractive route for organized crime. What do you think? Should Canada increase its inspections to address this gap? Now, let's address Trump's most serious claim, that the Canadian border is a gateway for potential terrorists. Over the past 2 years, more than 1,000 individuals on US terror watch lists were arrested attempting to cross from Canada into the US. That's more than double the number intercepted at the Mexican border. This raises questions about Canada's immigration policies. While the US screens individuals thoroughly for temporary visas, Canada's system is far less stringent. Some argue that this makes Canada an easy entry point for individuals with dangerous intentions. Do you agree that Canada's immigration policies need tightening, or is this an overblown concern? But here's where it gets even more alarming. Court records reveal smugglers admitting to making multiple trips undetected. How many more people are crossing without being caught? And is this just the tip of the iceberg? A significant portion of illegal crossings occurs in the Swanton sector, which includes Quebec and Ontario on the Canadian side, and Vermont and New York on the US side. This area is attractive because of its proximity to highways leading straight to major US cities like New York. Farmers in the area have reported seeing dozens of individuals crossing their land weekly, some guided by smugglers using GPS and smartphones to coordinate pickups. Security cameras have captured these crossings, but these numbers only account for those caught on tape. How many are missed entirely? The US and Canada approach border security very differently. In the US, border agents have sweeping powers to search vehicles, luggage, and even electronic devices within 100 miles of the border without a warrant. In Canada, the rules are stricter, and the RCMP, responsible for border areas outside official checkpoints, has limited resources and authority. For example, if Canadian border agents see someone crossing outside their jurisdiction, they must call the RCMP to intervene, a process that many call inefficient. Do you think Canada should empower its border agents to address these gaps, or is this just the cost of maintaining civil liberties? Canada's immigration policies have also come under fire. While the US collects biometric data like fingerprints and photographs for every non-citizen entering the country, Canada has less rigorous standards, especially for temporary visas. Critics argue that this makes Canada a target for exploitation by human smugglers and criminal networks. For instance, reports have surfaced about travel packages sold in countries like India that promise a safe passage into the US via Canada. These packages include everything from visa assistance to transport across the border. Should Canada tighten its visa requirements to prevent abuse, or would this unfairly penalize legitimate travelers? So, where does the truth lie? On one hand, the Canadian border does not face the same scale of challenges as the Mexican border. On the other, the rapid increase in illegal crossings, drug trafficking, and security concerns cannot be ignored. The question remains, is Trump's focus on the Canadian border a necessary wake-up call or a calculated move to push his political agenda? Now, it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think the Canadian border crisis is as serious as Trump claims, or is this a distraction from larger issues? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update from Stars Under Fire. Your voice matters. Join the conversation today. Thank you for watching Stars Under Fire, where we uncover the controversies that shape our world. Stay tuned for our next video, and remember, facts are the ultimate power in any debate. See you next time.